Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy GRONK here. So for today's video, we're going to be doing another story time, and today's video is going to be about the biggest simp ever. So this story takes place at the beginning of this semester, okay? So a really recent story. And you know me, your boy GRONK, you know, first semester in college, I'm trying to socialize out here. It was just the second day of classes, you know, second or third day, I don't exactly remember. And I just felt like I needed to socialize, you know, get to know some people. And my major, we have this one group chat. A lot of us were talking about hanging out with each other because, you know, it's our first week on campus, like might as well just hang out with someone, right? So I saw that in the group chat that this one kid, we're gonna call him Lorenzo, okay? So Lorenzo was asking to hang out, right? He said he was on campus and he was bored. He didn't have a class for like the next hour or two. And he was like, so who's trying to hang out, you know? And I was like, hey, you know what, Lorenzo? What's up? Pull up to the computer lab, like let's chill and, you know, let's just do our work together or whatever. And he's like, all right, bet. So I'm waiting for this guy and he pulls up and this dude looks nothing like what I imagined him to, you know? He looks like your classic like skinny gamer. You know, immediately I felt like there was something off, you know? We started talking about Juice WRLD because I love Juice WRLD, and we also talked about other stuff like games and what, like why he chose his major and all that kind of shit. And eventually we got to the topic of girls. We got to talking about girls, okay? Because which two guys sitting alone, you know, starting to get to know each other aren't going to talk about girls? I mean, it's the basic rule. You gotta ask any dude about how the females are doing. Now, me thinking that this dude is cool, right? When we talk about girls, I use the word bitches a lot. And I'll be like, yeah, man, bitch is crazy or something like that. You understand where I'm coming from? It's not like I'm saying this in a misogynistic or derogatory or sexist way. It's just the word that I use and that I've been accustomed to using for a very long time. I'm using this word very loosely, you know? And, you know, I'm trying to explain to him whatever happened with the friend zone thing. I was talking to him about the situation, just trying to, you know, fill him in on what happened. And I just kept using the word bitches. And this guy, he was like, well, you know, GRONK, it might help to not say bitches. I'm like, huh? Like, that was just my reaction. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, man, like, it's all about your mindset, bro. Like, if you're using the word like bitch, like if you're saying that stuff about women, it's like you're gonna have like this mindset of where like you're not gonna be able to get women because you don't respect them. I couldn't even imagine that this shit was coming out of this guy's mouth because we were having a good conversation, you know? Everything was going great until that point. We were talking about Juice WRLD, talking about video games, anything that guys could talk about, right? And we were at the pinnacle of a guy's conversation, which comes down to girls, okay? And this guy just decides to up and say some shit like that, okay? After that, he goes even a step further. He's like, I think that, you know, if you respect women, you know, like, not even just to their face, like, you know, you show them respect in every facet of your life. Like, you show them respect even when they're not around. You show them respect when they're around. And he's just like, it's all about integrity, you know? You gotta say and do the right thing even though no one's watching. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there like trying not to go off on this guy. Like, I'm just looking at him and I'm just like, man, you really fucked up this conversation, didn't you? Like, you just had to up and go and say some dumb shit like that, right? And then after that, I explained to him, I was like, hey man, like, you know, I'm not saying this shit in a way that's meant to be like offensive, you know? Even though when I explained myself, he still kept on going on this tangent about respect and having the right mindset and all that stuff. And it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, please shut the fuck up, okay? Like, he was annoying the fuck out of me. This guy doesn't even have a dick. Like, he probably doesn't have a dick. And that's what I mean when I say the biggest simp ever. Because never in my life have I come across somebody, other than myself, that's that big of a fucking simp, man. So anyway, you know, we wrapped up our conversation because after that, the mood was just visibly killed. Like, I could literally just feel my body and my soul was just starting to give up on this person. I was just like, I can't even look at this guy's face without wanting to throw up, you know? And I decided, hey, you know what? Like, that I got class soon and then I gotta go home to attend class and call it quits, you know? And just be respectful, kind of just tell him off, be like, hey, you know, it was good hanging out with you. I got class soon, and I'll see you next time, or I'll see you around campus, you know? And that's what I did. And guess what? I'm not seeing that motherfucker anywhere, because that's the last guy that I want to see. Moral of the story, guys, sometimes, you know, you're going to meet people that are just super, super fucking irritating, or really, like, soft. And I just can't hang with people like that. You know, if you're soft, if you're a snowflake, if you can't take a joke, if you can't understand that I'm allowed to say what I want, and if you don't understand the context of what I'm saying and just jumping to conclusions, talking about, oh, I'm a misogynist and all this other shit, like, I'm not going to be your friend. Okay, it's just that simple. You know, I respect people. I show the right amount of respect to everybody. And that's regardless of what the fuck you identify as or what you look like, because there was a point in time when I didn't look so great and I felt bad when people talked to me differently, you know? So I understand where that comes from. But the idea that I'm not allowed to use certain words, even in the right context, is just completely absurd, man. So to all of you guys out there, you know, who are worried about what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say, my advice to you is to be careful with who you're talking to. And from now on, I've learned my lesson, you know? And that lesson is to not get too comfortable with random people. Because when you do that, you start to first tell them about your life. And that shit's dangerous because, right, you know, they go around, talk about it, suck on your dick a little bit, and the whole world knows your business. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.